Do you understand that you have 0 skill? How do we cheer? Well, look at you. Just loot. You don't even 3. You can't 3. You're a cheer. Come on, you're just setting up bases for yourself. Last month, I've been training how to use the Sparky, and after CH9 practices in Cabinators, we have now officially taken it to Lost Legion and helped them push this clan as high as possible in the Legends League. And I'm here to prove you wrong. All those comments, you said I suck. I can only just loot. I cannot 3. I can't 2-shot. Well, I'm here and I want to see, are you still going to be laughing at me? Because I'm here to prove you wrong. Because I can attack in this clan capital. I've been practicing, and well, enjoy this video because this is a long video. Yeah, I say it's best you get some popcorn because we're gonna have quite a few replays. So yeah. Alright guys, first off we're gonna have a capital peak 2-shot. This is not max because there's no dragon post, so but guys, look at this. Look at the Sparky chain value we can get. We're gonna first frost the peak and the bow, and we're gonna use a rage. We're gonna use a giant to tank the inferno and pull some traps. We're gonna use a ram and skelly barrels, and we're gonna use the Sparky, and the Sparky is going to start with the chain on the right side and the left side. We are literally been practicing Sparky for 2 weeks, and we are ready to bring it to Lost Legion to help push this clan as high as possible in Legends League. So right now we use the hog to stun, and we're going to take out the giant cannon. Right side, we're going to take out the blast bow as well, and then we're going to use the rocket loon, and we're going to take out the rocket artillery as well. And yeah, right now we're gonna use the zap to try to reset the giant cannon so the Sparky gets a charge off, and now we're gonna try to take out the giant cannon, but obviously we failed. But to be fair, look at how much is left. I was thinking there's no way we can get a 2-shot right, but it might be possible to get a 2-shot because there isn't really that much left. So yeah, let's get into this. So going into the second attack, we are going in with super wizards. Now I was kind of dumb because I thought I could chain the the right side rocket artillery and inferno, but yeah, we're gonna use the graveyard down there to tank, and yes, and always we're gonna go to super wizards, chaining down the peak with some of the backside buildings. Probably not really the best for super wizard value. We're gonna use the graveyard up top, and then now focusing on the bottom, we are going to use the hogs to take out the bottom rocket artillery and the inferno. Graveyard up top, help tank with the P.E.K.K.A. And right now, well, I think it's basically say it's done. And this is insane because this is my very first capital peak 2-shot without like it being like a default layout. Normally like when I 2-shot it has to be like somewhere close to default. This is like nowhere close to default, but it is under level. But hey, still I'll take it. Giant to tank the cannon and spear thrower so I can send the last pack of hogs, and right now it's literally just down to clean up. So yeah, there we go. It's our first ever held big 2-shot. Make sure you get some popcorn. This is gonna be like a half-an-hour video, so yeah, we got a lot of replays to show to you. So on to the next one. All right, so next up we got Builder's Workshop here, and when you see this base, well, if you can't really miner spam this, it's going to be a 3-shot, but this is just bread and butter for Sparky. So we're going to first use the barbs to funnel and use the giants to tank, and look at the Sparky chains. Literally it's about to get nasty. Skeleton barrel to tank some of the defenses. And then your goal for Sparky now is just, well, we're just gonna have to protect the Sparky. And of course I missed the rage. But Sparky goes into the rage and is going to one-shot the giant cannon. Trying to tank again. And Sparky did get locked onto, but we're gonna keep on the tanking. And Sparky gets another chain off, and Sparky's gonna one-shot the blast bow. Not quite get the multi-cannon down, but oh my gosh, look at that. Teslas are gonna go, pops up, and that is just some nasty value. We're gonna use another rage, and well, the Sparky is literally gonna get nasty value. Oh my gosh, more Teslas appear. That's perfect. And now we're just gonna, well, keep tanking for the Sparky. Well, actually, there's not much tanking left. So we're just gonna let the Sparky get out what we can. But look at that, guys. Over 6,000 capital gold already just in the first attack. That was insane. You cannot do that with miners. And now, well, it's just basically just Sparky's on just victory laps. Yes, we're gonna use more giants to tank now. I'm not a good. I have not used Sparky in a long time. Okay, this is like my first time I ever tried using Sparky, so I did have some weeks of practice. So I haven't mastered it yet, so don't judge me, okay? So yeah, Sparky pulls this out. So he pulls the trap, luckily didn't lock onto Sparky. I was trying to see if I can save up to as much of the health as possible, because right now, like, it's health remaining, not the troop space remaining, which is very, very awkward, which I hate that they changed it now. So yeah, Sparky is getting logged on to everything, which sucks because you do not know how to protect the Sparky. Barbs on the outside to save some time, obviously probably not needed. And now, well, Sparky is going to just one-shot the cannon in the last 3 buildings, and it is Dunzos, and we got another 2-shot on the Builder's Workshop. GG's. Next up, we're gonna have another Builder's Workshop, and you guessed it, we have Sparky. There's not, okay, fine, there's not really much default buildings. We'll use a Skelly Barrel up there to take them that buildings out. We're gonna use a Barbarian to take out the bottom hut, and we're gonna send a Sparky up towards the left side. So giant Sparky, there we go, and we're gonna use the ram. And now it's the objective is one thing: protect the Sparky. Frost on the giant cannon, last bow up top. Now we just let Sparky cook for a bit, and we're gonna, as it approaches, we're gonna use the giant and barb to start tanking. That Sparky is very squishy, but obviously, like, the barb helps take it out quickly. On the right hand side, we're gonna try to see if we can snipe the giant cannon with the Skelly Barrel and help of a Barbarian. Now we're making our approach towards the heavy targeted area, and of course I miss my Sparky out of the rage, but oh, Sparky starts to chain away, but obviously I was a bit late, and Giant Cannon did lock onto the Sparky, but luckily it was frosted and I saved some time. But Sparky wandered off and wandered out of the rage. So sad, but luckily managed to one-shot everything. I used a zap to weaken the multi-cannon because I know Sparky cannot one-shot it. Well, didn't get it weak enough. But realistically, it looks like we got very little value, but to be fair, I have a feeling it's probably already crushed because there's not really much left. So here we go, and we're gonna use the rage. We're gonna use the graveyard to take out the blast bow, and we're gonna start the Sparky rage up on the right hand side and chain off. Sparky's gonna break out. But send some skeleton barrels and some rocket loons to tank the left side blast bow. And now it's time for us to throw in the graveyard spells, and we are going to hopefully start spawning soon. But obviously, the barb did not tank the blast bow, and Sparky gets locked onto, which is quite bad because we need Sparky to have as much health as possible. Luckily, the blast bow was frosted, so it's not doing too much damage. We're going to use some skeleton barrels again with a giant, and they took out the giant cannon, which is quite good. And now, well, spawn some arrows, but luckily there's not splashed damage down there. So, yeah, as you can see, Sparky takes the top out, apartment out, and the Larrys are going to take out the Shakal. We're going to use the Barbarians to chip off the bottom two defenses because we know it's already low. And now, well, it's just a matter of cleanup because, well, there isn't really much left. So let's just fast forward it and, yeah. Alright guys, next one's going to be Goblin Mines. We're going to start off with a Barbarian Stout now. I was trying to see if I can clip the blast bow and minion hive. Obviously, I don't think it probably might work. But we're going to use the ram to break the Sparky in, and a giant down there, and another giant to start tanking. Because I got kind of worried because the left side started to fire around, and Sparky might be in trouble because we need Sparky to as much health as possible. Sparky gets some decent chains. And yeah, we're just gonna let Sparky work. Rams for distractions, and luckily pulled out the traps. And well, now I probably goofed up and I did not protect the Sparky, and I noticed it too late. So yeah, I've not mastered this yet. Obviously, I still made mistakes. We're gonna rage. We're gonna try to get that through that reflector in one shot. And try to get the blast bow in one shot. Now, I was hoping for Sparky to go to the left side, not the right side, into the Goblin Cannon, and then, but yeah, we put the Super Wizard inside the raid, and we are going to chain the Goblins, and yeah, right now. Just tanking the Sparky as it goes shopping on the right hand side. Luckily, multi-cannon is level 1. Sparky is going to attack the reflector and is going to destroy the goblins. Luckily, sadly, it does not one shot. The goblins are coming for it, and we're going to use a zap to take out all of them. So we use the barbs from the rams, and well, Sparky is slowly chipping away on the minion hive, and Sparky did not get down, but literally it's one shot now, and well, let's just fast forward it. So yeah, so now, well, I feel like this got kind of close. So Frost up top, giant, Sparky, and we're gonna use a Barbarian to take out the goblins, and we're going to use the giant, and we're going to use a rage and a scully barrel. So because we want Sparky to get the cannon, the inferno down. Now the super wizard did get in front, and I did not tank the giant. So right now the goblin thrower is literally just throwing at the super wizard. So Sparky one shots and gets the chains down, and well, it's now down to basically time. We have that's the left hand side left, and we have quite a few troops. So we're gonna use a barb to assist, and we're gonna use a ram. Now I probably brought in too many rams, and I needed to bring some less rams and more barbarians because it got kind of close on time. So we're gonna chain. Now Sparky did not follow in, instead it's going for the Teslas. Sparky took 2 out, with 3 out. We're going to use the rocket balloons to help weaken the damaged giant cannon. We're going to use our last Rage Barbarian to take out the goblins. Thankfully, that was the last one, and Barbarian manages to take out the online now. Now we're going to use the ram up top, and well, we're just going to let Sparky chain now. I thought the Tesla was low, but it actually was not even hit yet, so I tried to zap it out, but it actually failed. You're about to see. And yeah, as you can see, it's basically Sparky's on home run. So yeah, still a lot of HP left, and turns out that's where they put all the traps, and we still have some cleanups left. So I used this Scully barrel and 3 zap traps, a giant bomb, another zap trap, and well, it's kind of enough. Probably should have done it earlier, because look at all the buildings left. I thought it's good, but like luckily I have the 1 ram left because I can use that to take out those 2 buildings, and it got quite close on time. But thankfully we did not time fail, and yeah, it has gotten a lot closer than I thought. But yeah, Goblin Mines 2-shot. Alright, next up we got Barbarian Camp, the hardest district. And well, I got quite a few Barbarian Camp 2-shots. I can show them all, but look at this, guys. Look at the Sparky chain value we can get. If we can get a Sparky chain through that, it's nasty. But with the enemy giants, it's going to be hard. So we're going to use the Sparky up top with a giant to tank those first 2 defenses down. And we're going to... Now, well, it's going to be scary. Now, I probably should have brought a Frost instead of 2 Rages. I should probably only need 1. So we're gonna use a Sparky to take out the... Sparky's slowly making a charge. Sorry, I can't talk, guys. Well, now, we're just trying to... And Sparky gets locked on too. Which it is now, we're just panic mode because, well, Sparky is slowly dying. Sparky doesn't... We're gonna zap, hopefully that the rocket artillery can lock on to this Larry's rage on the backside, because we probably might need that. But oh my gosh, this attack is chaotic. Super Wizards to take out the giants, and Sparky managed to get a chain and get the rocket artillery down, and the second rocket artillery falls right there just before the Sparky dies. That is not a lot of value, but I have a feeling with 7,000 left, it looks grim, but look at the replay. This got very close on time. I cannot believe I saved this. Believe me, I did not put that much thought into this. I was thinking, okay, I think I can 2-shot this. Let's do this. So I bought a Frost. But first, we're going to go down here and take out this bottom section. And we're going to Frost the giant cannon to slow it down. We're going to tank the bottom one. Sparky takes out the giants with the chains. Now, unfortunately, I forgot to tank, but luckily it's frosted the giant cannon, so now, well, we're just going to break Sparky through the compartments. And yeah, chain after chain after chain. This is... I probably did not need this Super Wizards at all, but like, I was not going to risk any Sparky getting locked onto the giants. I would actually... Maybe I do need Super Wizards, as we're going to deploy them right here to take out the enemy giants. Of course, I put them out of the rage spell, so... They probably are a lot slower. So right now, Sparky obviously gets locked onto because, well, I'm slow at my reaction time. So, and of course, it does not destroy the multi-cannon 1-shot. We're gonna... Now, Sparky is getting in a dangerous zone, and Sparky is gonna get chain off. And Sparky is low health. This is the scary part, and Sparky is losing health. We're gonna get another chain. Brams pull a giant bomb, which is good. Sparky chains away, and the bottom side, oh my gosh, there's a lot of cleanup. And another bomb explodes. Oh my gosh, it's just like getting closer. We're gonna deploy a barb down at the bottom at 6 to start the cleanup. And as Sparky goes on to the last defense, I mean, not really a lot, the cannon up top, we're going to set up some Skelly barrels because there isn't really much splash damage. There's the only threat now is just small bombs. And Sparky gets one chain off on this, and oh my gosh, I don't know if you can see, but Sparky is low on health. Let's go from down. We're gonna zap down there to weaken the defenses. Larry splits, but the big pack of Larrys is gonna come and help tank. Barbarians coming in and clutching up to clean the houses. Sparky, very low HP. Oh my gosh, losing HP little by little. Thank goodness there's much splash damage left, or any big point defense left, or else this is a fail. Cannon locks onto Sparky, you need to survive. Obviously, we know it survived. It's a 2-shot. And there we go. We got another one. Another Barbarian Camp down. And yeah, that is quite a good save. Next up is the Barbarian Camp. Another one. And we're going to jump the Sparky in. There are giants up there that I'm going to try to take out with the Super Barbarians. This attack spark really shocked me because, like, well, you're about to see, because, like, I did not actually thought you could have 2-shot this after how poorly the opener going off to. So you can see all of these buildings are Sparky chain distance. Sparky gets his first chain off. We're gonna start with the rage and charge Sparky inside the base, but obviously I did not need the Larry barrels. The rage up Larry's took out the buildings way too fast. Sparky gets its first chain off and jumps to get the walls again, and well, yeah, I start panicking a little bit because I couldn't get the troops to deploy the right way, and Sparky chains again, and well, steps out of the rage, but we support it with a ram, and Sparky went the wrong way because I wanted it to push to top side. Luckily it did push to the top side, but obviously, well, I'm out of tanking troops, and I raged, and it's gonna take out the multi-cannon, and we're gonna have a direct pathway to the rocket artillery. And just like that, well, a bit of a weak opener, but nothing too we can handle, because we're gonna use a rock loon rage. Probably did not giant Sparky. Now I probably did not need the Sparky, but who knows? It might be a difference maker if I did not put the Sparky there, because the Sparky manages to take out the bottom buildings, and well, we do not need the Sparky to take out the rocket artillery. The Tesla chain might have been what saved this, because I feel like it's close on time. Giant Larry barrel, Sparky's in rage, and one-shots the rocket artillery, ram to tank the giant cannon, and well, I feel like we need to bring more rams and less super barbarians for this. Ram again, giant, tank, Sparky, one-shot, giant. Enemy giant is coming. We need to save some barbarians, obviously, for it. So right now, Sparky is slowly getting picked off. Another chain, Mega Tesla. And as you can see, there's only the default ruins up there left after this. And so now, well, obviously we need to clean up. Enemy giant's gonna get taken care of. We're just gonna speed up a bit and ram down south to clear up and open the deployment zone. And this is where it cuts very close. Giant, the tank the bottom compartment. And we're going to change the Sparky. Now, obviously, I probably did not need the Skelly barrel because, well, it was kind of wasted, and I was late on my. And the giant cannon sadly locked onto the Larrys. We have to reset it so it can lock onto the giants. And Sparky did not one-shot the multi-cannon, but oh my gosh, look at the health of the Sparky. It's so low. Sparky gets one shot up before the giant cannon. This is like so close. There's only a giant's post, like we have enough army space, just barely at the skin of our teeth. We get this, and oh my gosh, giant wall bomb, but we got this, and boom, this was a close one. Look at the gold we got, only 12. Alright guys, next up we got a Balloon Lagoon. Now, if you look at the left side, there are a lot of compact bases which are just calling to get Sparky. We're going to start off at the right side and with Sparky some giants and rams and barbs to tank, and as you can see there is 2 default ruins here, so and well, we know how to take them out thanks to some advice from Sen, so yeah, thanks Sen. So yeah, barb to tank, barb to tank, giant to tank, and we're just gonna let Sparky zap. And well, I was actually debating if I should use the endless haste, but I see a lot of chains that we can get with the rages, so yeah. Right now, well, we're just gonna let Sparky work a bit, and well, I was concerned about the left-hand side spear throw, so I just immediately just throw a Skelly Barrel down there. So now we're gonna do Giant Skelly Barrel because that single target Inferno is gonna be Menace Rage. We're gonna try and see if we can rage Sparky in. Obviously, probably that's not a wasted rage, but you know what? Deal with it. I'm still new to this. I've only used this not too long, so yeah, Sparky Chain. Giant the tank, and ram the tank. Sparky is not going in, which is just perfect. Rage, ram, a bit late. Sparky gets locked onto. Sparky gets a chain off. Yeah, probably should have used the hog raider earlier. So, but yeah, still got quite a decent value because we can frost the back end, and yeah. Because now we just charge the Sparky in. So as you can see, not too much, but we definitely got quite a bit. So Frost on the Rocket Artillery and Inferno slowed him down. Giant, Sparky's still in rage, so he's gonna one-shot some buildings. Giant again, ram to tank. The hard part about Sparky just making sure it's keep getting tanked by the tank troops, and which I did not do here, as Sparky gets locked onto like by quite a lot of all these point defense. There are going to get locked onto Sparky, so as you can see, we're gonna use the Skelly Barrel. I do have a zap, but like remember, I can only zap out and reset one thing. So Sparky's slowly getting picked off. I decided to zap the cannon right next to the crusher over here, so it locked onto the giant. But oh my gosh, look at the health of the Sparky, guys. The Sparky cannot handle another shot, so we have to literally protect it with all we can, and that frost is gonna be the saving grace. As you can see right here, Sparky gets a chain off. Rocket Artillery locks on, but the frost slows it down, and Sparky gets a chain. And oh my goodness, Barbarian does that because we're not risking any health loss because every single HP counts. And just like that, we got another 2-shot on the Balloon Lagoon. Oh my goodness. Alright guys, so finally we got this Barbarian Camp, and look at this. Rocket artillery, all in separate compartments with giant cannons. This is just calling for a Sparky. So we're gonna start with some rams, a giant, a tank, and the barbarians to open up space, clear the houses. And we're gonna send the Sparky in. We're gonna rage Sparky. Of course I missed as always. And I have one ram that I have to save for breaking the next compartment, so I can't really break the rocket artillery compartment. But Sparky is gonna get a shot off, and the ram open, giant, the tank. Sparky did get locked onto by spear throw, but nothing that I can handle. I use a Skelly Barrel on the left hand side to clear the buildings. Rage, Sparky, Skelly Barrel to tank, Super Wizard to take out the enemy giants. Sparky takes out the rocket artillery. And with the rage, it one-shots the multi-cannon. And now, well, everything we get now is just bonus. We're gonna use the zap to try and weaken the giant cannon. Hopefully, Sparky can take it out. Now, I did try to stun the giant cannon with the hog raider, but yeah, sadly it doesn't work. But right now, we've got plenty of value, enough value, so yeah, just like that. Our first attack's done. Now we're on to our second attack. And well, you guys still kind of think. You had to really just minor spam this. So Sparky's going to chain in one shot because we clipped the gets clipped in the rage. We're going to now use the giant tank as always. I did not tank the giant cannons as Sparky got locked onto. I really need to time my tanking. So now, well, a little bit of an awkward spot. I can't really break it, and I probably should have used a Barbarian, but I did not want the Barbarian to pull to the Giants. But luckily, the Sparky smashed the Giant with the splash, and there we go. Now, this kind of got a little close. So, one shot again, rage. Did not tank in time again. There's Bold Palm, which is clutch. Chain the surroundings. And yeah, it's Dunzos. So yeah, this is gonna be silent for about a few seconds. So it did get kind of close. So 2 defenses left, and well, I'm trying my best not to deploy the Hog Raider, but I probably am forced to because well, Sparky cannot get rid by itself. But last defense zap to weaken the bottom the buildings, and yeah, just 4x's, and yep, that's our video done. Thanks for watching. Bye.